Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and welcome to our channel today. It's good to have you. As always, welcome back to our subscribers. It's great having you here. And for you folks that are new, for you folks that are finding us for that very first time, hey, welcome to the channel. While you're here, please subscribe, please hit that like button. And to learn more about me and my company and how we can help take your business that next level, numerous links below on a variety of ways that we can do that for you. So with that said, our topic for you today, it's 5 key benefits of a gym CRM. The key benefits of a CRM for a gym. And, the reason I wanted to bring this up as a topic here today is, I talk to many clubs and they're not using a CRM, and I ask them, well, how are you controlling your leads? Well, we keep track of them, in a Excel doc. We write them down, on a legal pad. And you're going to find that not only do so many things, slip through the cracks when you do this, but also you get into this, a whole prejudging thing, I think, when it comes to following up. You're looking at leads and, well, they're not going to be interested. They're not going to be ready. They don't have the money. And we don't call them back. Whereas that CRM, this stuff is you're going to be able to track it. You're going to be able to understand it. You're going to be able to know really, what exactly is happening inside your gym. So the benefits of a gym CRM. If you don't have one, my suggestion is, you want to get one. There's higher price ones, there's lower price ones. Most of them do a pretty good job. And if you want to do some research online, you can just search for a free CRM. You can find those too. Okay, but I want to suggest that you do get one. So the first thing I want to talk about here on the benefits. The benefits of a CRM is going to help increase revenue and decrease overhead. Okay. Now, the first thing, most of these CRMs are going to integrate, with whatever billing platform that you're using. Okay. And so all of your customer data, all your customer information is going to be in there. So it's going to be very easy to become much more efficient. But here's the other thing that's going to happen. Okay. And this is one of the big things that's going to happen. As far as increasing revenue and decreasing overhead, just think of all these leads. Think of the last 12 months. If you're not using a CRM right now, particularly, think of the last 12 months. If you had every single phone inquiry, every single guest, every single referral, every single lead you ever had received is in that CRM, and you were able to start calling them back, would your business be better or worse? Clearly be better, right? And again, there's a lot of folks out there that, that do some of these things, but there's a lot that don't, okay? And for you gym owners, all these leads, say the last 12 months, the last 6 months, the last 90 days, whatever it is, this is all bought and paid for. And we get all that into a CRM, and we get a system of how to follow up, a system of accountability. You start following up properly. From what I see, this can result in as much as a 20% improvement in sales. And the beauty of it is all of this is already bought and paid for. There's really no additional cost here. It's just a matter now of calling and talking to these folks and showing them how we can solve problems for them. So increase revenue, decrease overhead. One of the big ways to do this, so many leads, in gyms, and these folks that are doing it with Excel spreadsheets and things like this, these leads get called 1, 2, or 3 times. And the truth is, you're going to have to contact these folks 8, 9, 10, 12 times, before, we get to where we want to go in many cases. So increase revenue, decrease overhead. Number 2, improves member satisfaction. Okay. Going to improve your customer satisfaction. So here's the first thing I think about that when improving customer satisfaction, member satisfaction. Again, we want to be able to see exactly what we're doing. None of this is guesswork. We're not writing it down on Excel spreadsheets and legal pads and all that. But there's 2 things that come to mind immediately. Number 1, every day we want to pull a member usage report. And depending on the club, we're looking for folks that have used our gym 4 times or less the previous 3 days. And every day we're pulling that report. We're getting new names every day. And this is going to go into a CRM calling format because we want to call and follow up with these folks because we want to get them back in. Because we know these folks that are using the gym 4 times or less the last 30 days, these are the ones that are going to be our cancellations probably next month. Because the people that cancel are the ones that aren't using it. We want to get ahead of this. We want to recognize this. This can all be done inside your CRM. Okay, and you can track it, and there can be accountability, and you can open up, you can see who did what and when they did it, and all the notes in terms of what they said. Okay, so improved customer satisfaction. And a little side note to that, just one interaction with an inactive member, the data tells us they're 20% more likely to come back in. Some really impactful information here. And using your CRM, you can really control this and really understand this. Okay. The second thing I would talk about, this is going back to our brand new members, the folks that are just now joining, is we want them to use our gym 20 times for 60 days. Well, this is all integrated, right? We can see who checked in, who did what, and what they did. And so we can see it, but we can get a process in place where we're calling and we're emailing and we're texting and we're motivating and we're incentivizing and coaching to get people to come in 20 times for 60 days, because the folks that do that, these are the ones that stay the longest with your gym. So improved customer satisfaction, okay, by using your CRM and knowing where you're at and what's going on, okay. Number 3, marketing optimization. One of the things you're going to be able to do with your CRM, you can analyze all your past programs, all the information, everything that's happened in the past. How many calls did we get? How many appointments were set? How many showed up? How many joined? What was our cost per show? What was our cost per sale? You can analyze all of this. Because sometimes in these marketing campaigns, just because you get a lot of traffic doesn't mean it worked. And sometimes just because you didn't get a lot of traffic doesn't mean it's not a good idea that you couldn't expand on. So, really optimizing your marketing and really understanding it, and really, doing a deep dive on each individual staffer. You might have, certain staff that sometimes they might struggle with a free trial, some struggle with the referrals. Maybe it's a free week you're giving away, and you can see who's good at what, and it'll tell you, where to train on these things. Number 4 is, increased collaboration. Okay, increased collaboration. And the nice thing about the CRM, this stuff can be shared. Other people can see it. You can, collaborate with, sales divisions, marketing divisions, ownership management, and really get a chance to look at it, because you want a lot of eyes on this. And part of this is how we want to train and teach our staff too, in terms of how to look at it, what to look for, why we're looking for it, and what we're going to do. Because in the end, one of the things that I like to do is I want to manage based on objectives. What is my objective? And so I'm looking at my data. Now let's manage based on that. Let's make decisions, based on that information. And then number 5 on our list of the benefits of a CRM is improved data insight and analytics. Improved data insight. And one of the things that we want to know, okay, is our key performance indicators. And just talking about, sales strategies here. Do we know what our closing percentages are? Do we know what they are per lead source? Okay, those things can start telling us an awful lot. And just improved data insight. I'll tell you a quick story here, because essentially what you want to be able to do is you want to know your numbers, know your data, know your key performance indicators, okay? But I'll tell you a quick story. This was a few years back, probably before, certainly before CRMs had really become really popular and kind of mainstream. And this was a group of clubs. They had 4 or 5 locations, and they had a gentleman that worked at one club, and he was always one of the top producers, top salespeople in terms of sheer volume of all the clubs. And he just didn't want to come to training, okay? And we did training regular. And he's one of the few that fought it and said, hey, I really don't need to. Look at my numbers. I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. And so what we decided to do, because we had to have him in training, I mean, he had great potential to go beyond, what he was currently doing. But he had to get in training to do it. And we went back and really dove into the numbers. And what we found, his sales volume was high, but also his tours were high. He had one of the lowest closing percentages in the company. The reason his sales were high is he was hustling. He was taking as many phone inquiries, taking as many walk-ins, he was getting referrals, he was following up, he was doing all that, but his closing was low. Okay, eventually, saw that, came to training, ended up being tops in the company, and ended up becoming a manager. Okay, and all of that really stemmed from knowing our numbers. So you want to improve your data insight, know what's happening. Okay, don't make it a question. Don't make it, well, I wonder what's happening here. You want to be able to see it, and you want to manage based on those objectives. So, the message here today is these are some benefits of a CRM, and the message is if you don't have one, get one. Okay, it can make the world of difference. Now, don't get it and not use it. Okay, if you're not going to use it, just save yourself the money. But it'll work. It'll make a big difference for you in terms of organizing this. And because I've walked into so many clubs over the years, and hey, what's the easiest thing to do? Let's do what someone else is not willing to do. Let's do follow-up. If we've got all of our leads here, well, we can make a quick impact, to get your numbers where they need to be. So folks, my name is Jim Thomas. My company is Fitness Management and Consulting. Appreciate you being here at the channel today. And again, to learn more about me, learn more about my company, check out those links below. And if you've not yet done so, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit the like button. Consider becoming a member, and we look forward to seeing you all in that next video.